Hey, what's going on, guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be talking about combined arms. Now, I don't actually have any combined arms footage for you guys because, honest to God, I literally could not stand that game mode. I played about maybe 5 minutes total the entire time that this alpha was out. It was just, to me, personally, just not that great of a mode, man. Like, I don't understand what's kind of going on with this 12v12 vehicle combat thing that, for some reason, Modern Warfare was able to do it a lot better, and for some reason we're just taking a step backwards. It's all weird to me just because, again, like I've said in previous videos, Modern Warfare is trying to get closer and closer to Battlefield to where it's a little bit more competition, not only where it has 6v6 game modes, but also to where it actually can do big team combat. And Modern Warfare was actually able to show us that last year, or I guess into this year as well, with Ground War, with 32v32. Now, also as well, they did have a 10v10 game mode. So if you wanted to play Team Deathmatch or Domination, or I believe they even have a Mosh Pit game mode now of 10v10, you were able to do that. However, if you wanted to play bigger teams where it's just giant maps, a lot of different locations, a lot of different objectives, vehicles, whether that being tanks, APCs, Jeeps, cars, ATVs, it gave you everything, and it was, to me personally, a really great game mode that was a lot of fun. For somebody that loves big team combat, Ground War was... It was there, man, especially with, Battlefield not being a thing anymore, or at least, maybe we'll wait till Battlefield 6, but Ground War was able to actually, like, quench my thirst for wanting that big team combat. Now, with Black Ops, I was like, you know what, maybe Cold War will give us similar to the same thing, or pretty much the same thing that Ground War was able to do. Big team combat, a lot of people, vehicles, and stuff like that. Well, Combined Arms was announced, but it was only 12v12. It was only 12v12. Now, it had tanks. It had, snow vehicles, it had boats, it had a lot of stuff, it had different objectives, but it just was not Ground War. The 12v12 felt like there was literally nobody on the battlefield, and if you even got on the battlefield, oh my god, you couldn't see anybody, or there'd be like 17 snipers around the area. It was ridiculous. I definitely remember spawning one time in a game, spawned in the area in the back of the spawn, and I saw 5 people sniping in the back of the spawn. I'm like, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to deal with it whatsoever. So why is this whole change, why did this change happen? Why did Black Ops Cold War go the way of 12v12 with Combined Arms when Ground War and Modern Warfare had 10v10 and 32v32? Now, don't get me wrong, I think Black Ops Cold War can do the Combined Arms 12v12. I don't really think the maps work out that great, though, in my personal opinion. I feel like they're way too large for that many people to be on there. It's just, again, it was really hard to find people and actually combat people because it was like, I gotta look for somebody. I don't know where the hell anything is happening at. Also, too, the one thing that, again, there's several things that's just kind of going backwards from Ground War, from Modern Warfare, from, being able to spawn up objectives that you captured. Black Ops Cold War did not allow you to do that. Now, again, I will say this, and I've said it in previous videos, I know it's an alpha, the beta is going to be out in a couple of weeks, we'll be able to try it, maybe things have changed since then. However, man, with what we played in this alpha, Combined Arms, it's not cutting it. You can't spawn on objective points to actually help you get closer to combat, help you get closer to the enemy and have these engagements. It made you spawn all the way in the back of the spawn of your spawn location, or the last objective on the map. It was really crazy on how they did the spawns locations, and it's just weird that you had this template of Ground War and Modern Warfare, and it did not get shifted over to that. Also, too, another thing that they didn't do was being able to spawn on teammates, and they actually have a squad-based system. Now, that's one thing, again, I really do enjoy that Modern Warfare was able to do with Ground War in the 30v32, where you can actually spawn on your teammates and, again, get even quicker into the battlefield, get even quicker to the action, and to actually be able to help out your teammate by taking an objective or just getting more into it. I mean, look, nobody likes running from the back of the spawn trying to get somewhere. I especially don't. I don't like having to haul ass trying to get someplace to where I know if I could spawn on a teammate or I could spawn on an objective, I could be there much quicker and be able to actually get into the gunfights a lot sooner. For some reason, and I don't know why, we have for some reason have gone backwards in Cold War. Now, it doesn't say, I'm not saying that it can't change. I want to have confidence that Cold War we'll see, hopefully, the error of their ways of not really having a whole lot of people in these large matches for 12v12. Honestly, if this is the case, if they don't want to have 32v32 ground war, okay, what about 20v20? Is that something that would be able to do? At least you have a little bit more people on the battlefield. At least you have a little bit more going on with more players in the game. 12v12 to me just seems such a shallow number, just such a low number that it's just like, I don't know if you've actually walked around the map. I'm not seeing a goddamn thing whatsoever. So it's just, to me, really a big kind of letdown. I was really excited for combined arms. I thought, oh my god, man, that's going to be the way to earn some of these, you know, harder, you know, kill streaks or score streaks, because there's a lot more players on the battlefield. You'll be able to do a lot more shooting on other players. But that just was not the case whatsoever. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen some other gameplay of people, you know, going off on these things. So I think it's kind of... It depends on kind of what's going on. If you have people that are on the enemy team that are pushing and being aggressive as much as you are, you'll probably have a fun experience. I'm going to tell you right now, every single combined arm game mode I got into, it was like every single person was a sniper on both teams, and I'm the only person like in no man's land going, so is anybody else going to be capturing a point, or is it just me? I don't know. Again, maybe that's another thing too, because snipers were so powerful in the alpha, and even the devs were talking about that. Maybe that was the reason why they were camping around and just sniping around and not actually going anywhere. I don't know. To me personally, just looking at combined arms, it's just not cutting it. It's not achieving that itch that Ground War was able to do for, you know, Modern Warfare, or even, you know, Activision trying to transform Call of Duty into turning it into a Battlefield type of clone, to where it's able to do multiple things. Not only do 6v6 game modes and be dominant in that, because that's what they've been doing this entire time with Call of Duty, but also trying to get into the Battlefield market, because Battlefield 5 wasn't really that successful. They're still working on Battlefield 6 right now, supposedly. So what is the way that they're going to be able to capture the market for that Battlefield, you know, Battlefield players that want those big ground war maps, that want tank combat and stuff like that, vehicle combat? What is the way they're going to do it? And they did it in Modern Warfare with ground war. Combined arms just looks like it's a huge step backwards that I don't think is very successful compared to what Modern Warfare was able to do. Now, if they were able to make changes with combined arms, similar to what you know, Modern Warfare has done with Ground War, a lot more players, you know, being able to spawn on objectives or spawning on teammates, I think combined arms can be really good. And that's the thing, like, I want combined arms to be good because this is the game mode that I want. I enjoyed Modern Warfare's Ground War so damn much. I want combined arms to be successful. I want it to be fun. I want more players involved. I want changes to combined arms to where it's fitting what I want in a big team combat, in a big environment combat that was able to be supplied to me by Modern Warfare, and what Infinity Ward is able to do. Now, is Treyarch able to do the exact same thing? Again, I don't know. It's an alpha. I totally get it. Things are going to change from the alpha to the beta to the final game. I totally understand that. However, where combined arms is sitting right now, it's not it, man. I would love to see more changes to combined arms, to the simple fact of wanting to play combined arms, and I just couldn't have fun with it, and I refused to play it. The 6v6 was really good. Combined arms it was not cutting it. So, I don't know, guys. I would love to know from you. What do you guys think about combined arms? Do you think they're going to be making any improvements whatsoever? Do you think they're going to increase how many people are actually in a match? Or do you think they're going to be sticking with 12v12 and it's going to be similar in the beta, what we saw in the alpha, and then when the full game's released? So let me know in the comments below, guys. Let me know if you played any combined arms, and let me know how your games went. But all that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you guys all next time.